Welcome back, Rangers. We are back today with another Fallout 76 build video. I do apologise, it's been a while since the last time I did release a video, especially a build video, but I'm back with a banger. It's the bow and arrow build. It is the build everyone loves to hate, but everybody loves to have because it is high damage, high crit damage, and it is a one-shot wonder. It's a guaranteed one-shot kill most of the time, especially in the early game and sometimes in the end game content. But hey, let's get straight to it. Let's get to this bow and arrow build right now. And welcome back. We've just hit 661 subscribers this week, so thank you very much for that. Let's go. So first and foremost, I have called it Skyrim because everyone used a bow and arrow in Skyrim for the sneak damage, and that is exactly what we'll be doing on this build. So let's get straight to the specials, and I have called it Skyrim. So first and foremost, we've got an 8 in strength, a 15 in perception, a 10 in endurance, a 3 in charisma, a 2 in intelligence, a 10 in agility, and an 8 in luck. Feel free to pause any moment now to jot those numbers down or take a screenshot like I do when I'm taking references for other builds, because I do watch plenty of other YouTubers' builds and try and get ideas from there. We all do. We all take ideas of each other. And 9 times out of 10, we are literally coming up with our own builds. But it's always great to get inspiration. So taking inspiration from my build here is completely original. As you will see as we go along, I've got a couple of cards you won't see on traditional builds. Anyway, so let's do it. Let's get into the perk cards. We are going to start off with strength, what finishes at a 13. But first and foremost, I forgot again, legendary perk cards. So, legendary perk cards. Let's start off with the legendary strength at a rank 4 plus 5. Very nice. Extra 5 strength there. We've got a follow through, which is really important for this build. Range sneak damage increases damage to targets by 40% for 10 seconds. Fantastic card to do, follow through. Endurance at a rank 4 plus 5 endurance. Legendary intelligence at plus 5. A legendary agility at a plus 5, and a legendary luck at plus 5. Feel free to pause any moment now and take a look at those beautiful, 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 beautiful legendary perk cards. There we are. Feel free to pause now. And our favourite section, of course, is the perk cards. So there's a lot of different perk cards going on here this time. Completely different than what you're used to. We're still going to be staying as an overeaters. I like to be tanky. I would recommend going blooded on this build, but I want to do a full health bow build instead. So this is just for you guys who like to stay at full health. And here we are. We have the strong back in the strength to start off with. Gain more carry weight based on your strength at a rank 2. Easy target, plus 75% range damage to crippled targets. Sturdy frame, armor weighs 50% less than normal. We've got the scatter shot, 20% of your damage dealt to a limb is applied to all limbs on your target. Really important, you'll see. Bandolier, ballistic ammo weighs 9% less. Weapon weights, armor's keeper. Your weapons weigh 75% less. And that is your strength set up there. Let's go into perception next at a 15 now. We've got number crunchers start off with 2% increased damage per AP cost. Tormentor, 20% more damage per crippled limb your target has. Awareness for that extra fats accuracy there based on perceptions. That'll be maxed out that nice 15 there. So you'll be hitting those targets no matter what. We've got a hat trick, the new cards. So hat trick, arrows and thrown weapons bounce towards 3 additional targets, dealing 70% damage. Brilliant. 70% extra damage. You'll see the numbers. 5k, 6k, 8k damage we're doing. It's fantastic. And it was spread across as well. Spread completely across. So you see it's a room clearer. We've got Master Archer, arrows and throw melee weapons pierce targets now, sort of fly straight through. We've got bow before me, your weapons and crossbows ignore 40% armor and have a 10% stagger chance to stagger, and that is your perception. We've got our classic here, endurance at a 15, life giver, gain more at max HP per point in endurance. Ironclad, armor provides 25% more protection, doubled if wearing a matching set. Iron Stomach for that increased damage and energy resistance based on endurance while not diseased. Natural Resistance for the increased elemental resistance, again when not diseased. Thirst Quencher, increased max AP based on endurance while not diseased. Vaccinated, increased disease resistance based on endurance. We have the Fireproof now, takes 45% less damage from explosives and flame attacks just in case you get caught in a hassle. We've got our Mutated card, you will never mutate from Rad, and Radaway will never cure mutations. We have the Rejuvenated on just because we're fully fed. We are an overeaters. We like that extra sponginess. Benefits of being well fed or hydrated are further increased when you have less than 10% RADs. Because we're not going to be blooded, but most people do run blooded for this. But I am showing you a full health bow build. We've got Strange in Numbers. Positive effects are 25% stronger if teammates are mutated too. Tenderizer. Each attack makes your target take increased damage, so the next bow and arrow you fire will be increased, especially with the Death Claws, so more damage on the next bow. We've got the batches included, energy weapon ammo weigh 9% less, good with salt through the inventory will spawn 9% less, and an important one because one of our modifications on our compound bow, your explosive do for plus 60% damage. It is a furious weapon, so your ranged weapons do plus 12 damage on weak spots. Weak spot damage, that is in the agility now, Gunslinger at a rank 3. We've got plus 1 range weak spot damage per onslaught stat, plus 3 map stats. Gunslinger Master, gain onslaught stats over 10 time and spend them on attacks, plus 10% max stats. That's a Gunslinger Master. We've got Ninja, bolt, throwing, melee weapons do plus 100% sneak damage. So that extra sneak damage you do, even when you're not sneaking, you'll be pushing that damage out. It'll be perfect right there. We've got Covert Operative, your range attacks do an additional 50% sneak damage. And we have Mr. Stoneman, your silenced weapons do additional 100% sneak damage. It is silenced because it's a bow, so that extra damage on top will fire all the way through. We're going to go into look and finish there. We've got the Grim Reaper Sprint. Any kills in fact restores additional action points based on your luck. You're going to be guaranteed getting a one-shot kill, especially outside of the Burning Springs, and then some enemies inside the Burning Springs you'll do a one-shot kill. So it's perfect. Getting those action points back, and you'll be able to spend that on your arrow. We've got better criticals. Fats criticals now do plus 100% damage. It's going to be crazy. You're looking at 8k plus damage here. We've got Class 3, negative effects from mutations are now reduced by 75%. We've got Critical Savvy, critical hits now only consume 55% of your critical meter. We've got our classic here, Jump Shield for that extra damage resistance and energy resistance. Danger resistance is based on luck and amount of junk held. We've got 4-leaf clover. Misses in fats now contribute to your critical meter based on your luck. And that is your perk cards for this bow and arrow build. I'll leave them on the screen for a moment there just so you can process everything. Feel free to pause, take it in, and let's get straight to stats next. So the stats we'll be finishing on will be on a 712 damage resistance, 115 poison resistance, 40% fire resistance, 838 energy resistance, 40 Cairo resistance, 458 radiation resistance. The maximum damage we'll be doing on the weapon currently is 433, and the energy damage we'll be causing is 296. Let's go and look at effects right now, and obviously we are fully fed because we are overeaters, so we're at plus 4 strength. Plus 60% health. We've got the plus 45 disease resistance. So let's go into mutations next and we'll read them out from the top. I'll just read out the positives for you because the negative have been heavily negated now. So we have the plus 5 damage per kill while on a kill streak. We've got the bird bones for the minus 9% fall damage and fall speed plus the 4 agility. We have chameleon, invisible in combat if unarmed or stationary. We have got the eagle eyes at plus 4 perception, plus 50% critical damage. We've got egghead at the plus 6% intelligence, just doing energy damage as well on top. That was a nice little perk there for the egghead. We've got the electrically charged at a 40% chance to deal 25% energy damage to melee attackers. We've got Emph at plus 6% damage taken, minus 25% team damage taken. We've got grounded at a +100 energy resistance, minus 13 energy gun damage, healing factor at the +3% health regen. We've got the classic, we've got the herbivore. Everyone loves herbivore at the 2x benefits from fedges. We've got herd mentality, marsupial, important one here, +320 jump height, +20% carry weight. We've got Scaly Skin for the +50% energy resistance and the +50% damage resistance. And next we have Speed Demon, +30% 100 at first while moving, +20% move speed, +30% reload speed. We have the Talons at the +25% unarmed damage, +25% damage, bleed damage over 5 seconds, but the -1 agility. Twisted muscles there. +50% limb damage, +50% melee damage. We've got unstable isotope, 10% chance to deal 10% fire, and 8% rise to melee attacks. They are your mutations for this build. Please jot them down. Please choose your own mutations if you feel like my mutations are not completely correct or don't suit you. But yeah, that is your mutations on this build. I hope you enjoy the build at this point in time. We're going to go into perk card effects now. And you just see what the perk card's doing in the background. We've got awareness at a +22 fats accuracy, demolition expert at +6% explosive damage, easy target at +75% damage versus crippled, 4-leaf clover at +44% critical meter misses. Good with salt at that -9% food spoil rate, iron stomach at a 57 across the board on damage and energy resistance, and ironclad at a +50% armor bonus. Junk shield, there you go, junk shield right there, 106 energy and damage resistance. Beautiful. Have that junk shield on, 100 pieces of junk in your inventory, lock it off, keep it in there, you get that nice junk shield effect. We've got the life giver at the +110 HP. We've got natural resistance at a 33 plus. Fire, Chiral, poison resistance across the board, strong back at a 35% carry weight, first quencher at a 72 max AP, Tormentor at a +20% damage per crippled limb your target has, vaccinated at the +30%. Disease resistance, we've got hydrated, currently at 50% AP, regen +15% disease resistance. That will obviously go up once we become fully fed when we don't do the test for this build. So, let's now go into the weapon of choice. It is the beautiful compound bow. I've chosen the bone bow skin for this. It was originally on a season board, but you will be able to get it in the item shop if you choose so. It is a furious at that +5 damage per onslaught stack, +9% max stacks, projectiles explore for +20% weapon damage, and that is explosives on that second star, and I have the fats optimized at -35% action point cost, so we'll be using fats a lot with this, so you definitely need fats optimized on it. If I was to recommend a 4-star card, it would be, I would say, pinpointers. Bear with me a moment, we have someone disturbing us. No, we're fine. So that is the weapon. Sorry about that, I just thought someone was disturbing us then. So that is the weapon of choice right there. We have the plasma arrows as the arrow of choice there for that extra energy damage. As you can see, it's got a fire rate of 100, range of 433, fats accuracy 37, AP cost 17. Very low on the weight gauge there at 0.96. I've got the iron sight on there just for that extra accuracy. But that is your compound bow you'll be using. There's plenty of bows in this game you could potentially use. You could also use a crossbow potentially. Crossbow would work really well, or Burning Love, but the Burning Love would have its own independent build because that does fire damage. But there we go on the compound bow there. Feel free to jot that down, have a quick look and see. Let's move on to armor. Pretty simple. We're in Secret Service, where everyone loves Secret Service. Best meta armor in the game. It is an Overeaters, so we get that plus increased damage reduction up to 6% as you feel hunger and thirst meter, currently +4 for me because not fully fed. On my first piece I have Elementis for that extra element resistance across the board at a +5, and then we have True Hikers for that reduced food, drink and chem weights, and I have a Rangers. Range weapons deal +5 bonus damage up to 25% full stack, so that extra damage there. I have the butt rest for the extra damage resistance and the deep pocketed on that. On my second piece, Overeaters again, I have the agility for that extra AP there, so it regenerates quicker. I have Limit Breaker, each worn armor piece reduces the cost of critical hits by -10. Next, again, we have overeaters, this time poisoners at the plus 25% poison resistance. True hikers, rangers again, now it's stacked at a solid plus 10 on the range damage, but rest and deep pocketed. Again, overeaters, poisoners, true hikers, sawbones. As I say, I'm trying to get rid of sawbones at the moment. Want to have a decent drop another rangers. I'll get that rangers and put it on there for that extra damage, but that is butt rest and deep pocketed again. And then finally, we've got overeaters, agility, true hiker, rangers again, and now it's topped at plus 15 on that plus 5 range damage. So we've got 15% bonus damage on range weapons now, butt rest and deep pocketed. That is the armor there. I would highly recommend having rangers across the board. If you can drop it or buy it off someone, please do. It's difficult, but you can always get there in the end. So that is the armor for this build, and we're going into our favorite stage of this build. Let's get fully fed. Let's see. Let's have some. Oh, it's locked. Sorry about that. Let's have some company tea. Let's eat some food. We are fully fed now. We're going to grab ourselves some bow and arrows. We're going to test this build out. And trust me, it's crazy. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's the Skyrim build. Let's get out there. Let's go and see our boys in green to start off with, as we always do. And I think today we're going to do a grunt hunt as well, just to feel good. But yes, it's going to be insane damage. Of course, as we go into the showcase, I'll go quiet so you can enjoy the show. And let's get going. First and foremost, let's get ourselves down for that nice sneak. And we missed, which is a shame. And there we go, 4k damage. We've got sneak attack for plus 25% extra damage on top. Can we get this by here? I don't think so. As you can see, we're doing one-shots here. Sadly, the accuracy is awful on me today. We killed somebody else. We've got extra sneak damage there. Cultists are out today. 9k damage to the head. Wow. Amazing. As you can see, we're doing plenty. $2k to the head. Let's go inside. Awful showcase to start off with there. The accuracy was completely off. I do apologise. We do have awareness on. Silly me. But we'll go in there. You're going to see, we're going to do a room clearer now. We're enjoying it. As you can see, it's pretty much one arrow fits all. We are, like I said, it's bouncing off 3 of the targets. We're going to sneak through. Boom. Done. As you can see, we're getting that extra explosive damage on top as well. Goodbye. 2-for-1 deal there. Everyone's down. I think there's 2 in air. There should be. There they go. Excuse me. 2k to the head. 1 shot. Problem solved. It's a great build for it's a great problem solving build. Like I said, we'll go back down here now. We'll go and solve some more problems. Ooh. See our friend there? Will our friend be fine? Look at that on the free aim. No fats there. We're not feeling anything. It's just a room clearer. Spray. And pray. It's brilliant. We'll go into a more close quarters build. There's definitely someone behind me. You can hear those footsteps pounding away. Let's see. Squeeze me. Let's deal with them two. Ooh. Slight lag there. But as you can see, isn't it wonderful? Let's keep moving. We got those stacks. We're on a kill streak. 5k to the head. Stick that headshot. Very nice. Our friend there's down. Nice shot there, off the wall. It's a really, really nice build. Sorry, my showcase skill is just not on point today. 2k damage. Straight to the head, no issues. One more green, volume green. Very nice, 2k. Just clean headshot. Now let's go to a grunt hunt for just one more test. Let's see how it does against some end-game content. Let's get straight to that bounty board. What do you think of the build-ups now? We could be doing more damage, like I said. But as you can see, it is a great one-shot build. Really enjoyable. Obviously, let me know if it's anything we need to change with this build. What would you put on this build? What would you change? What do you have in your bow build? But as you can see, it's a great room killer. You're spending less ammunition to start off with because, you know, ammunition is really expensive to make in this game. Nobody likes having to spend money on this game, especially me. Sorry, we are facing some weird lag on the game today, even though we're on a private server. Very odd. There we go. Let's go to Metal Breeze storage there. And let's see what it's like in some end-game content. And let's do some real damage here now. Thank you for all the subscribers we've been receiving recently. Hopefully this build's a real success. My Ghoul video didn't do too well, but I'm not too surprised. Ghoul is quite high maintenance. And you know something, not every video can do fantastic. Well, that is what it is. Oh, we got a Rust Guard. Notorious for being really spongy. They are resilient, which of course my luck. It was quite tanky, as you can see. I am completely glitched out. Weird. I do apologize. Strangely enough, my bow and arrow refused to reload. Oof, oof, oof. Let's just give up there. By Joe. I really don't know what happened there. My bow just completely froze up. I do apologise there. But let's do one more grunt hunt to actually test it out. My bow just would not, I could not put an arrow inside the bow. But as you can see, the damage is there. We're doing 2k and one of the shots was 9k as well, as you saw. It's just been a terrible, terrible showcase today. But hey, look, we have it. Some things happen. Let's go back here. Let's get our ball back on. Yeah, weirdly. So there we go. Right, it's back on now. Let's the toxic this time. So this one should be fairly nice. So let's have a look, and then we'll finish up the video from here. But yeah, nice build, eh? Nice build, except for that moment there, that was terrible. I didn't realise it was going to be resilient either. Resilient, no one likes resilient. pesky, especially, you know, I knew I'd get a resilient, especially when I was doing a test build. Let's see. Let's get out there. Let's try this one again. Okay. 5k damage there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We need to get up. Oh, of course we won't be upstairs. We're going to try and do it from over here, I think. Oh. Let's test out the range on this weapon. Everyone's down. Beautiful. That pesky boy is hiding. Let's go clean. First shot. Second shot. And down we go. Beautiful. As you can see, to be honest, it's a lot of fun as well. It really is a lot of fun. It's a really fun build to mess around in. It's a bow and arrow. Everyone loves a bow and arrow build. And it is like the general meta for everyone right now. And everyone loves to mess around with the bows. I hope you had fun with that. Sorry for the disastrous showcase, by the way. I did not expect it to be resilient, but as you can see, the damage is beautiful. We're doing some real numbers out there. Let's finish off on a big number. Let's do a critical. Let's do a critical. 4k damage on a critical. Beautiful. Lovely. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed this build. As always, please let me know if there's something wrong with the build. Please let me know where we can improve. What does your bow build look like? That's the question I asked you today. Let me know what you would change and what you would definitely put on a bow build for yourself. Thank you very much, and I'll see you at the next build video at the end of the week.